Hello everyone, welcome back to our Codeignitor 4 tutorials. As part of our user management module, in this session we are going to discuss about edit user profile. Once a user logged in to his profile, we need to allow him to edit his profile. Let me show you here. Once the user logged in here, there is an option to edit the profile. So this is 789789. In the last session we changed the user password, right? Now here we have an option called edit. So if user clicks on the edit button, so we have to go to edit page and where he can edit the information. Guys, right now I am going to allow the user to edit his name and mobile number only, and email ID is unique. I don't want to allow him to edit, and password, to update the password there is separate option for password, and for change password for upload avatar also we have a separate option. But in this edit form I am just allowing the user to edit his username and to edit mobile number. In such a kind of big forms, like there is address, city, state, pin code and everything may be there, but in this registration form I have very limited field set, so that's why I'm allowing these fields only, guys, here. Now let us go to the code and let us implement the edit form. First of all, I need to provide a link for this editor, so we didn't provide any link, and let us go to your editor base.php and try to provide the link for this, guys. Dashboard/edit, yes, dashboard/edit, yes, link is provided. Now if user clicks on this, you are going to redirect to edit page. Now go there, and if user refresh the page and click on this, and you are going to go to the edit. This is not available. Go to your dashboard controller and create this edit method, and this is my dashboard controller. I am going to create the edit method. In this edit method, go to the bottom of it, and we have to display the edit profile page, public function edit. So based on the logged in user, we have to edit the profile. So here we have to load a view. Let me load a view, return view. I have a view here. I didn't write anything in this, just I created a view, edit view, and in this we have to keep some HTML stuff. This is going to be edit_view, definitely. So we have to display the edit form. In this edit form, we have to display the logged in user information to edit. Let us pass data equal to empty array initially. We have to validate also here, inline validations we are doing here. So I'm passing an empty object here, data validation equal to null. Initially we are passing this as a null at the time of page loading, so we will understand, wait for a minute. Now after that I have to get the logged in user data. Let me get the logged in user data here. Yes guys, this is the logged in user data. We already written just above of the page, guys. Can you see here? We already written the same story in the above function, just logged in user data. We are also getting the same data here. Based on the logged in user session, we are getting the data. That data we have to pass to view, definitely. So now go to the view and prepare the edit form. So we are passing the data to the view to display the logged in user name in the menu item, and after that we have to display information of the user in the edit form also. That's why we are passing user data to your view. And go to the view and prepare this. First we have to include the template. We already implemented the same. First of all, include base.php. After that we have to section, end section for the content as well as page title also. Let us do the same quickly. I'm going to keep the following code here for the edit profile. So let me close this div, call md12 div. After that we have to close the row div. After that we have to close the container div. Perfect. So here we are keeping the content, right? So at the end of it there should be end section also, and the placeholder, the name of the placeholder is going to be content. This is end section. End section does not require any parameter, and here we have page title. So nothing but we have to give welcome to logged in username. That's the reason we given something called this is welcome to user. And in the menu also we are providing the same. Perfect. Now let us go and refresh the page and you will understand what is the output here. Earlier we have error. Now refresh the page, edit profile, welcome to Rambaburi. If you want, you can go to dashboard. Yes, you are in the dashboard. Now if we can click edit page, now you are in the edit page. Create the edit form quickly so we can, and we have to display the edit form. In that edit form, logged in user information we have to display to which is going to be comfortable for the user to modify the information quickly. Let us create the form, edit form quickly here. Go to your view. Here I'm just going to create the form. So initially form open. This form open is already helper is already loaded in the header, I mean in the constructor. We don't want to load it again. Let us do it form close here. Then form open, form close. Inside of it, I have to take two input fields. One is for username, one is for mobile field. Let me create them quickly. Yes guys, form fields are ready. Now this is the form I have with me. Can you see? So this is the username, and here we have to display the inline errors also. I'm displaying, guys. Just I copied from our registration form. Earlier we did the same, right? For this display inline errors, so that's the reason in my controller I have taken initially null value in the object. I mean, initially I'm passing null value to the view. So because here we have a function display error, this is our own function, right? This is not any predefined function, guys. This is a function which we extended the form helper, and we written this function to display individual error message of each and every input field. Just we are passing this validation object initially to the view. At the first time when the page loading, we don't have any validations. That's why I'm passing null value, so we don't have any error at the time. If you are not initializing, definitely you are going to get the error, guys. That's the reason we provide add a null value initially at the time of page loading. Once you submit it, yes, now we have to submit the form, right? And we have to display the values also. Can you see? Now the form is going to be displayed the values, guys. Just refresh the page now. Can you see? Yeah, form is going to be displayed the values. So who logged in, their information is going to be displayed. If somebody logged in, yes, somebody's information is going to be displayed here. Perfect. Now the user is going to submit this. On submit, we have to validate the data, and we have to get the data, and we have to save the data into database. Let us go and let us define the validation rules, guys. Here I'm just going to define the validation rules here. So first of all, once the form is submitted, if $this of request of get method equal to post, then form is submitted. If a form submitted, we have to define the validation rules also, right? Let us define the validation rule $rules. We have already rules array in registration form. Simply let us keep the registration form rules here. Here my rule set is ready, and just define the rules here. I just want to take username and mobile. What are the rules you taken at the time of registration form? The same rules I have taken here, guys. If these rules are okay, there is a method to verify these rules. That method is nothing but validate is a method. To this validate method, we have to pass the rules. If the rules which are defined on input form field, if they are okay, if they are satisfied, this validate method is going to return true. If it is true, we can collect the data and we can send the data to your things. Now in this, I'm just going to display in the else block. We have to send the data of validation errors. We have to send. Let us take a variable called validation here, the key validation, and to this we have to pass validator object. If any errors are there in the above validations, this validator object will collect those errors and it will display to the view. Okay, guys, perfect. Now so let me check up to here whether the things are working or not. Go to your editor and let me submit this. I'm not going to enter the mobile number, just I'm making initially empty. Let me submit this whether it is working or not. Yes, mobile field is required. After that, the updated value, we set the value also, guys. Here just go and check this. So we are passing the data to this view. Here I'm setting the value attribute. Check this carefully. This I'm just already passing the data to your view at the time of page loading. Can you see this data variable contain logged in user data? Go and check this. This is the logged in user data. All the user information was available in this variable. This variable data I'm just defining here. User data of username, user data of mobile. This is the logged in user information we are fixing to the value attribute in the form. Now validations are perfect, guys. Now we need to collect the data and we have to sanitize the data also. Once everything is okay, here let us collect the data and let us pass the data to a model, guys. Now I'm going to collect the data here. Yes, guys, data is ready. Now I'm getting the username and mobile by using get request where, and we are sanitizing this also, and we are writing some mobile number also, guys, right? Now this data should be transferred to model. So how can we send this data to model? Already we have model instance at the top of the page in the constructor. What is a model? D model. So to this D model, all the dashboard related operations we are implementing in dashboard model, and this is the D model, and we have to pass the data to this D model, guys. Go to the bottom and pass this data. This of D model. In this get update user info. Let us write a function here. I'm going to write a function simply update user info. To this we have to pass two parameters. One is user data that is to be updated, and whose information to be updated here, session of logged user. Just I'm passing here session of get logged user, LOGGED, logged underscore user, so that based on this user ID, based on the session ID, we are going to update this information. What is the information? Username and mobile. Now you have to go to your model and define this function, guys. Quickly, I am going to define this function. Now check the function, guys. Here in this model, we are going to check the function, public function. What is the function? Update user info. It has two parameters. One is data and one more is ID, guys. That's it. And copy the same above query. Nothing is going to be do here. Simply copy this and paste here, guys. We have to change the information here. Table is same and UniID is also based on the UniID we are updating. But here this is not password. This is just you can take the data variable. Anyhow, data variable is also associative arena. And this is update query anyhow here. Affected rows is going to be returns true. Perfect, guys. Now user profile is going to be updated. Once it is updated, it is going to return a value called true. Based on this value true, we have to display a success message or error message. Anyhow, this method is going to return true if it is updated. Now I'm just keeping this into a condition. If updated successfully, do something. If it is not, do something, guys. What we have to do here, we have to create a success data. So how we can create a success data and error data? Let me copy the same. I'm just defining the temporary data here. Just go and keep this data, guys, here. Now this is going to be error. So if profile updated successfully, and okay, here we have to display success message, error, sorry, unable to update profile. Simply I'm writing a message, unable to update profile information. If everything is okay, here I'm going to create a success message. We are redirecting to same page. This is going to be a success key. Just I want to display a message, profile updated successfully. Let us remove this dummy message. Profile updated successfully. This is the message we are going to display, guys, if it is updated. Once after that, finally we have to display these messages also into the view, right? So let us display the success and error messages also into the view. Yes, just display the messages here. This is success message. If profile updated, success message. If the profile is not updated, error message is going to be displayed here. That's it, guys. Now we are going to check our view and let us see what is our output, guys, here, and go there and see the file here. Okay, now I am going to change the profile information simply like this. My title is going to be like this, Go PHP trainings, and this is some mobile number 7897894, something like. Just I'm going to hit the update button. If this is updated, can you see this is Ram Baburi, and now it is going to be updated, I think. Yes, profile updated successfully. Can you see the title is my name is also changed. If you want, you can go to dashboard and there we can see this is changed to something, and mobile number is also changed, guys. Right, this is how we can update the user profile. Anyhow, I have very little bit of information, guys. While registering, I just taken only 4 fields and 5 fields of information to update. Sometimes there is a very big registration forms that contain address, state, city, country, each and every field, gender, date of birth, maybe every fields, maybe if it is a very big registration form, right, then you have to bring all the fields in the edit form, so user can edit all the fields based on this. So if you know how to edit 2 fields, the same logic for the remaining fields also, right? Yeah, this is all about the edit form, guys. In the next session, we are going to discuss about forget password and reset password. If a user clicks on this forget password, and we are going to ask him to enter his mail ID. Once he entered the mail ID, we will verify. After that, we are going to send a reset password link. So then reset password functionality we have to implement. This we are going to see in the next session. Thank you, guys. If you have any doubts, please comment on the video section, and thank you all.